Hello, my name is Keith, and this is a series of videos about my understanding of everyday theology and how it both informs and forms our lives. If you like these videos, I ask you to subscribe to my channel. I have heard it all as I made call after call as a telephone solicitor for donations. I've heard every response you could encounter. I know my calls were daily personal interruptions, but my sales pitch was polite. I know that there are bad telemarketers out there, but don't measure everyone by the few. Telemarketers are trained to be professional, confident, assertive, and polite. They can't control your responses, though. Business representatives are usually polite to them. Most residents are actually usually polite as well. Misinformation and generalizations make the job even more challenging. They do encounter occasional resistance and rudeness. Rudeness comes in many forms. You can hear someone in the background saying, "Look, tell them I'm not here." You get quick hang-ups, and back when before cell phones were left off the hook. They used to slam the phone down in your ear. They would cuss and swear at you. Many would be hateful and rude. Rudeness does not seem to be discriminatory. Good phone etiquette should be mandatory. Rudeness comes from all genders and races, from all levels of status and ages. If you're about to say, "I don't want to be rude, but," well, then you're about to be rude. In some cases, as a telemarketer, you're required to call on the weekends. It is the easiest way to reach people. Here's the hypocrisy of religion. They will respond with, "This is the Sabbath, don't call me on this day," then proceed with their rudeness and hateful response. Remember that Jesus was accused of working on the Sabbath as well. If you're going to use the Sabbath as an excuse, then at least respond with compassion and grace. Don't use a godly excuse for human reactions. Telemarketers have no idea what your situation is. They don't know your meal schedule or your personal crises. They're just going about their business. They're doing their job. Do you want people to be angry with you for doing your job? Telemarketers are adding to the economy. They're not living off of government subsidies. They're assisting also nonprofit organizations. They are people just like you. Telemarketers are people. Waitresses are people too. Migrant workers are people too. Busboys and dishwashers are people too. We should not respond to them any different than when you might speak to your neighbor. Other people may be watching and learning from your behaviors and your manners. We have given up on morality and virtuosity. We look down on certain vocations. It's a cultural problem produced by a negative social education. Service jobs have become identified as positions of weakness. Remember that Jesus chose fishermen and tax collectors to follow him, not the preachers and the politicians. People maintain bad opinions of telemarketers, otherwise known as telephone salesmen. So please evaluate your own conversations. Who's practicing politeness and who is not? Shouldn't we not love our neighbors? On your next trip to the restaurant, be nice to the waiter or waitress and provide a healthy tip. Every encounter may be the opportunity to bring about change in others. When you pass through the drive-thru, show some extra appreciation. When a salesman calls you, be polite and don't let them be the place where you choose to vent. Appreciate the work being done outside of your view as well. The laborers who pick, pack, and distribute the products that you see on the shelves. Those who clean up the mess that you left behind. The mandate to love is not denied. And if you like these videos, please click subscribe.